Hello viewers, today for initial checkout we have a horrible computer, a horrible product, Hewlett Packard's computer. This is a model HP Pavilions. It doesn't seem to specify beyond that. There is some information here, but I don't know if this is the model number or not. Anyways, I was told this doesn't work. Of course, people's definition of not working is variable, so I'm going to plug this in and see if it at least powers on, and then if it powers on, I'll go dig out a mouse and keyboard we can use with it. While I'm not a fan of HP computers, specification-wise, this one seems like it may be decent. It's got a card reader, came with the Windows 7 Home Premium, which is under there. And it's got a decent number of ports on the back, so maybe I can get some use out of this. It's certainly dusty. Now let's go ahead and plug this up and see what happens. I don't have any peripherals connected to it in case it decides it wants to explode, like an E-machines or something. No switch on this power supply, so when we plug it in, it's live. Okay, no explosions. Made some very strange sounds. The fans are still running. The light is on. There appears to be hard drive activity. I think that was coming from the power supply. So before that blows up, let's change it. I gotta figure out how to open this up. Power supply most certainly should not make a sound like that. Ever. I think it's gonna open from this side. And we've got a screw here to release this. Of course is the wrong bit size. Okay, so here we are inside. It's certainly plugged up with dust. It's got a Western Digitan 1 terabyte drive, which is, what speed is this? It is the, I don't see where it says it on there. Okay. I don't know. It doesn't seem to say what speed it is. It's from January of 2010. I don't know. Let's see how much those memory modules, they say what they are. Whoops. 4 gigabytes. 2 gigabytes. It's got 6 gigabytes. That's useful. Alright, here's the power supply. Ugh, it's the Light-On brand. What a piece of junk. No wonder it doesn't work. That brand is awful. Let's get that out of there. Let's see here. I think I have one that will be comparable to this that we can use in here. Alright, let me look around and see what I can come up with. Here's another power supply. This one is, ironically enough, it's the HP. I don't know what the wattage is on these two. Let's see here. This other one is a 300 watts, and this one is a 240. So this is not a viable permanent replacement, but I'm not going to do anything intensive during the test that's going to make this pull 300 watts. So I'll plug this up and see what happens. I suspect it should be fine for the test. Okay, and now I will go upstairs and retrieve a mouse and a keyboard, and power this on and see if we can do anything with it. Ideally we'll get it to boot up, because there was some information on here which is wanted. It's been so long since this has been useful that the information, I think it was just kind of given up on, but I'd like to get that information out of here if I can. Got some power cords. Turn this up like this so that the power supply isn't pulling on anything. This can just, whatever. I got the testing screen. Gotta get all these cords plugged in. I should have done that before I turned the camera on. And it doesn't have VGA. Okay, this is getting very aggravating because the DVI to VGA adapter that I have does not work in this particular case, because it has 4 extra pins surrounding the flat one, and those plugs do not have the openings for those pins, so I couldn't use that adapter. So I had to get a whole different monitor out. I had to find a VGA cable, and now this monitor, it looks like it fell off a cliff. It didn't look like that last time I used it, so I don't know what happened there. Anyways, we're finally set up. Now I just have to plug in the mouse and the keyboard, and then we'll power it on and see what happens. Hopefully everything works after all that. Okay, plugged in, and the monitor is on. I'm not sure what source it's on. It's on analog. I don't know, whatever. I'm going to plug in the computer now. What the heck? Come on. How does that happen? You know, somebody must have thrown this monitor around when I wasn't looking. And the cord, too. That's absurd. Okay, plugging in again. Okay, we're live. And I think that's off. We'll turn that back on. And power to the computer. Analog, digitan, analog, digitan. Here we go. Oh, it's got this stinking Windows 10 on it. Well, that's fine. I can take care of that real easily. That hard drive is pretty loud. And I just noticed the fan is not working in this power supply, so we're on borrowed time here. I'm going to grab a fan to blow in there. That should get us through the video at least. I'm not sure why that fan isn't working. I don't know if the power supply isn't calling for cooling or if the fan just doesn't work. It looks like it has very few hours on it, so I'm not sure why it doesn't work. Okay, so now the computer has the spinning wheel of annoyance on there while stupid Windows 10 thrashes the hard drive like there's no tomorrow, because nobody knows how to write proper code anymore and nobody can take the time to optimize it, so we just blast garbage operating systems at the customer and hope they buy it. What a joke. Worst operating system ever put out by Microsoft. Absolute worst. Okay, and I dread these videos because now I have to sit here and edit the video, and it takes forever to edit these videos. And now there's a photograph on there of an individual I know, so I have to edit that out. Okay, so how are you supposed to sign into this stupid thing? Every time you push it up, it just goes back down. Maybe this was the problem. Oh, I hate Windows 10 so much. Alright, well, I can't restart it or do anything because it won't let me. So, I think what I'll do is I'll let it run that infamous reset this PC garbage and see if that'll fix it. I'm not sure about this power supply. It's definitely not right. To reset this PC is going to take some time, and especially with this power supply being slightly underrated, I'm not sure I want to leave it running. I don't know, I'll just have to watch it carefully, that's all. Alright, I'm going to turn this off. And let's see if we can get into the reset options here. Okay, so let's see here. Dust is going everywhere. Hard drive. But I want advanced options though. It won't give me them. Try to use the USB to get into the recovery mode, because if I recall correctly, the only way that you can enter it is by holding shift or something while restarting. And if you can't restart it, then that doesn't work. Years ago, that never would have been a problem. You could have pressed F8 and you would have been able to get into it. Now, not anymore. Garbage software. Absolute garbage. What is this? This looks like Windows Vista. Oh, what's this? Okay. Let's try that. No restore points created. Fantastic. Okay, that's lovely. Okay, totally ignored the commands. Start at menu. Boot menu. Okay, I'm going to go into this. The USB. It's not giving me the option that I want. Okay, that's it for this. I'm not going to play with this stupid Windows 10 any longer. I'm just going to pull the drive out and read it externally, and hopefully I can grab the information that way. To get at the drive, it looks like we're going to have to remove 2 more screws. There we go. Okay, so there's the drive. We can plug that in. Maybe get some of the dust off of there first. Ugh. Okay, the data has been recovered externally. So now we're going to replace the power supply, and then we will restore the factory operating system just because it happens to be on there still. So I found this power supply, which I had in the box of power supplies. This is a 350 watts, and so this will be a sufficient specification. This power supply may be okay. I don't know. I just didn't like the sounds it was making before. Maybe what I'll do is I'll plug it in again, you know, externally, and put some load on it. You know, something mechanical that probably won't break if it gets screwed up, and just see what happens. I'd rather not chance it, so because I have this power supply, it's been sitting in the box for years, so we might as well put it to use. So we'll begin by unscrewing this. Jeez, it's been a long time since I've replaced a power supply like this. Actually, it's been quite some time since I've worked on a full-size case, because they're getting harder to come by as everybody uses those stupid small ones now. Okay, the screws are removed. I'm not sure what other kind of finagling we have to do to get this out of here. Looks like it may have to push up. I don't really see any levers or releases anywhere here. Oh, I see it now. There's a bar at the end here that has to get depressed. Okay. Now it's free. This was the bar I was talking about that just had to get pressed down. Oh, the camera's almost out of battery. Let's go ahead and plug this in. Okay. Now I'll drop in the new supply. sure the screws will line up there. I think it's going to go like that. Now this isn't going to have, well, I guess there is no special track that it sits on. That went in very nicely. It's kind of strange. Usually nothing cooperates. I'm just noticing this actually has a Wi-Fi card in it. I don't really have a use for Wi-Fi. I have Ethernet everywhere I want to use a computer, but it's kind of noteworthy that it's there. Okay, that's that. Now we have to make some connections. So we're going to take, let's see here. Put this ID into the, I hope that's not IDE, I don't know. I can't get a break today with these daggone phone calls. Anyways, whatever this is called, I don't even remember. I'm going to use this one up here at the top, and the CD drive. Can't get a good angle to plug this in. Now there's somewhat of an art to this. A lot of people think, oh, you just plug in cables, but you want to do it in a way that doesn't clog up all the airflow. Is that going there correctly? Yeah, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to take the rest of these and kind of stuff them into here. Get those out of the way. And then this, I think we're not going to use, so we'll stuff that in there as well. And we need a power and data to the hard drive. I guess this could take, let's see, is that 3? SATA port? No, 2. Yeah, it's actually got four SATA ports. So there's provisions for another 2 drives. It looks like this caddy could take another 2. Again. Anyway, so that's not bad. This has got some expandability to it. Of course, I only have power for another 1. But anyways, I mean, you could get more power if you had to. So that's that. I'll tuck this wire under here. So that's out of the way. And now this cord is going to go over here. Like that. And then, now this is a case where I'm not going to count how many pins are on here. I think it's, I guess I am 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. So this is a 20 pin connector and this is a 24 pin connector. That's what this is for. You can join these two and make it a 24 pin connector. So this goes like this, Nope, wrong way. Goes like this. And then this goes... This is going to go like this. And apparently that has to go in first. Okay. So that's that. Alright, so now that's all connected. So we should be ready to power it up. I cleaned this out today with the compressed air and cleaned out pretty easily, so that's that. Oh, here's some informations. The model number is Pavillion P7-1000. And apparently it's not even made in China. Alright, let's get all this put back together, and then I'll pick up on the video again and we'll try to go into the recovery mode.